Hey, welcome to Angel Wing LLC. This is our trial run of Angel Wing's online self-mastery and personal transformation program. This is week number 9 with Dr. Chaitanya Kripalu, and we're beginning. Our usual disclaimer is there, which you have seen before. If you have any questions about this, please do contact Angel Wing regarding this disclaimer. Please remember that you are requested to have with you each week 2 notebooks or 2 workbooks, workbook 1, workbook 2. Workbook number 2 is only for the 12 dimensions and related exercises. Workbook 1 is for all the other exercises. An envelope where you're putting money or a check in there every week. And then I will let you know as time goes on what to do with the money that's saved in there and how to look at that in a different way. Colored pens or markers are advisable, not required, but would be good to have. 1 blank 3x5 card per week. So you will need, 52 cards like that, and then 1 card for the central concept. If you have like drawing paper with you, that's even better. Otherwise, the notebooks are sufficient, but you can make drawings, bigger drawings later on. And highlighters are also recommended if you have that. Okay, so there we go. And with that, we're going to start with our grounding meditation to begin with, and then we'll continue from there. See here.
Sometimes, the mind can feel like a pack of wild horses, jumping around from past to present to future, refusing to sit still. And like a pack of wild horses, trying to force the mind to be still just doesn't work. The horses are wild in nature after all. But with practice and time, we can train the mind to be aware of when it's galloping in all directions. And we can guide it back to the present moment with a kind and friendly hand. So let's see if we can practice taming the mind by taking a few mindful deep breaths. Wherever you are now, get comfortable. Eyes can be open or closed, and perhaps relaxing the shoulders. And now, taking a deep breath, breathing in through the nose, and breathing out through the mouth. Noticing what thought or sensation the mind is chasing after. And again, just gently taking another deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. One last time, breathing in and breathing out. Similar to the wild horses, over time, the mind can become more tame, more calm, and may even start to enjoy more moments of stillness. Remember to just keep practicing.
All right, very good. So as we're moving forward, let's see here. Okay, so this is just a quick review from week number 8. Hopefully you've done the exercises and the homework assignments. Please try to stay on top of that. Please try not to fall behind, because that is an expectation in this program that you will do these exercises. And if you need any help with that, please let me know and I can guide you through it further. This is just a quick review from last time. We had quantum transformation principle number 8, that was responsibility. So hopefully you were able to keep that card with you and read that before each meal, and to do that for a week. So that was part of the exercise. That was the homework, and some other homework assignments were also requested last time. All right, now we're continuing forward with our breakdown of the central concept. And today we're going to go further into this yellow highlight, which we started last time also. Last two times, we're going to go further into it today. Unobstructed and undisturbed energy flow creates a powerful foundation for limitless possibilities. So along those lines, I'd like you to open workbook number 1, and before you write anything today, just look at the screen here. This is a quick review from last time. The concept of energy flow is what, right? It's a continuous movement and exchange of energy from one system to another. Like sunlight is absorbed by plants, and that's one example. Or how electricity moves from an outlet to a laptop, to power a laptop, another example, right? Similarly, our personal energy flows like that. There's all kinds of flow of energy within our system. If this personal energy flows smoothly without any blocks, like stress or negative thoughts, and is not disturbed by distractions or interruptions, then it forms a strong foundation. This is our goal, right? So what you see on the screen there about the personal energy flow, what is it that we're trying to achieve? We want to achieve this. We want to be in that state where our energy flow does not get blocked. All right, so having said that, what I'd like you to do, I'd like you to open workbook number 1, put today's date on top, okay? And after putting today's date on top, you can see there's 5 bullet points there, and you don't have to write those 5 sentences down, but I'm going to ask you to write something else instead. I'm going to read each one. I'm going to ask you to write just simply 1 or 2 words, and then make a colon, and then I'll tell you what to do in a second. First point is this: how does the concept of unobstructed and undisturbed personal energy flow resonate with your current understanding of personal well-being and potential? What does that mean? I want you to read that in your mind right now. So you can repeat it with me, all right? We're going to repeat the question. So let's do it together. 1, 2, 3. How does the concept of unobstructed and undisturbed personal energy flow resonate with your current understanding of personal well-being and potential? All right, it's a big sentence. Let's just try to meditate on that. Let's try to break it down a bit, right? First of all, in your notebook, I want you to write a couple of bullet points. Bullet point number 1, I want you to write 2 words: unobstructed energy, and then make a colon after that. Okay, words are written right in the sentence. You can pull them right from there. Second bullet point: undisturbed energy. Make a colon after that. Third bullet point: personal energy. Make a colon after it. If I'm going too fast, please let me know. So you got 3 bullet points so far: unobstructed energy and a colon. Bullet point, then you have undisturbed energy and a colon. Third bullet point: personal energy and a colon. What I'd like you to do now, after the colon, when you see these 2 words, unobstructed energy, that you've written down, what flashes in your mind? Doesn't have to be about you. It could be anything. It could be like a light bulb even. Doesn't matter. What's the image that comes in your mind? So what I want you to do after that colon, I want you to write a small sentence or a couple of words about the image that flashed in your mind right now. If nothing flashed in your mind, put a question mark there. Don't try to force yourself to think too much about it. Something immediate flash, fine. Same thing is true with undisturbed energy. Something will flash, maybe a person or an idea or an image or a nature place, or what. It could be electricity, or it could be person running, or I don't know, whatever. See what flashed in your mind for each of those: unobstructed energy, undisturbed energy, personal energy. Okay, 4th bullet point, if you're ready. So fourth bullet point is personal well-being. And make a colon after that. Bullet point, personal well-being, colon. Next bullet point, personal potential, colon. And in the next bullet point, the last one for this sentence is resonance, to resonate. Just to write the word resonance, R-E-S-O-N-A-N-C-E. Okay. So what we have done here, we've taken the first sentence that you see on the screen and created a whole bunch of bullet points to break this down. Now, in the bullet points you just wrote right now, personal potential, the current potential, again, the same thing. See what comes in your mind and write a couple of words about it. If nothing comes in your mind right now, just put a question mark. Don't worry about it. Don't try to force yourself. Very good. Now, what I'd like you to do, after you've done with that, I'll give you a moment to kind of just finish that first, so I don't go too fast here. Okay, very good. Now, after you've written all those bullet points, make an underline, and from the last one, and then write underneath that line, write the following. Say, my current understanding. So what does this mean? My current, C-U-R-R-E-N-T, understanding. What does it mean? You've got a bunch of bullet points there. I want you to look at your paper, see each point, and then you've written maybe something after the colon for each one. This is just what's flashing in your mind right now. All right. Now, what I want you to do is to read the sentence that is in front of you. Again, how does the concept of unobstructed personal? I want you to read it slowly. And as you read it one time, and I want you to see what you've written down, because I want you to connect the two. Read the question that's there in bullet point number 1 here, which I've shown you on the screen, and what you have written down. So kind of go back and forth. I'll help you with this, all right? So this is how we do it. How does the concept of unobstructed and undisturbed personal energy flow resonate with your, or we can change the word your to my current understanding of personal well-being and potential. This is one's own understanding. So it's a concept, right? What's the concept? Undisturbed energy flow. Now I want you to look at what you wrote down. In each bullet point, you've got a couple of words that you have something you wrote down maybe. Now, I want you to go through that and really see inside yourself, what is this? What is your understanding, just your concept of what you think this is? Unobstructed energy. What is that for you? Right? Nice and easy. Don't make it complicated. Make it very simple. If you want to write additional things down, you can. Right now, you're just doing a little exercise here with me, trying to pull it together. It's not how much material we cover in the exercise, it's how well it is covered inside, how well it sinks inside. It's the quality of it. Now, I want you to do now after you're done, kind of got a purview, we're going to do a little verbal exercise together on this point. Unobstructed personal energy is what? Personal means my energy. So repeat after me, my energy. Say it. Say it out loud, my energy. Very good. So now you're going to repeat after me. My energy is unobstructed. Repeat after me. My energy is unobstructed. Okay, I'm going to say the sentence one time. I want you to repeat it. My energy is undisturbed. My energy is undisturbed. My energy is unobstructed. My energy is unobstructed. My energy is undisturbed. My energy is undisturbed. My energy is unobstructed. My energy is unobstructed. My energy is undisturbed. My energy is undisturbed. Now, I want you to place your hands on your chest, just like this. You can place it the way you want. Keep your back relatively straight. Close your eyes. Take steady breath in all the way. Breathe in all the way. Fill your lungs up all the way. And hold for 3 seconds or more if you want. And release the breath. You can release it through your nose or through your mouth, whichever one you like. Feel the hands on your chest. Take breath in all the way. And release all the way. All the blocks are going away right now. There's no blockage. My energy is undisturbed. My energy is unobstructed. My energy is undisturbed. My energy is unobstructed. Say this in your mind if you want. You can listen to my voice, it's fine. You don't have to say it out loud. I want you to stay with your breath. My energy is undisturbed. My energy is unobstructed. My energy is my power. My energy is my well-being. My energy is my potential. My energy is my well-being. My energy is undisturbed. My energy is unobstructed. My energy is my power. My energy is my wealth. My energy is my well-being. My energy is my health. My energy is my potential. Stay with the breath, nice and easy. As you're listening to my affirmations, as you're listening to these affirmations, take steady breath in. And then if your hands feel a little tight or anything, place them on your lap. Nice and easy, palm open. My energy is undisturbed. My energy is unobstructed. My energy is in resonance. My energy is my power. My energy is not to be wasted. My energy is to be conserved. My energy is my stability. My energy is my mental health. My energy is my physical health. My energy is my wealth. My energy is undisturbed. My energy is me. My energy is I. My energy is in the mind. My energy is unobstructed. Nice and easy. Steady breaths in and out. See and feel, be in touch with your personal power. Stay with the concept that it is undisturbed. There's no disturbance. Even if you feel some, believe firmly you're undisturbed. Even if there is obstruction, believe firmly you're unobstructed. Bring in that strong belief. Create the belief inside that I don't have any disturbance. I don't have any obstruction. I don't have any imbalance at all. Bring that strong belief right now. Bring in your confidence, your self-confidence. If you believe in God, you can bring and invoke God within. I believe in God, He's with me. His power is greater than these disturbances. Do it that way. Very good. Very nice. Now what I'd like you to do, I'd like you to place your hands this way, stand up like this. Okay, and close your eyes. And keep your hands parallel now, parallel to each other. What I want you to do is take steady breath in and bring them close, almost touching, and then as you release the breath, move them away. Take steady breath in and move them away. Keep them parallel. If you You can open your eyes and see how I'm doing this if you want to see it. Do it slowly. Move the hands with the speed of your breath. Keep them parallel, the tips pointing up. Very good. Very good. Them all the way out like that. Very nice. Take steady breath in. And release all the way. Very good. Okay, now you can relax your hands and put your hands on your lap. Now what I'd like you to do, go back to your workbook 1 and read what you've written in there. Go through each bullet point. Very nice. And now, the last sentence you wrote was about my resonance or something like that you wrote in there. What I'd like you to do now is I want you to draw a circle and like make a medium-sized circle underneath all that writing that you just did. Okay? And inside the circle, I want you to write my energy. Okay? And outside the circle, I want you to write the outside world. Very simple. Very simple. Make a circle. Inside there, inside the circle, write my energy. Outside the circle, say the outside world. Now, that boundary that is the circle, this is your energy exchange with the outside world. So what I'd like you to do underneath the circle, I want you to write in a little bit medium-sized capital letters, energy exchange. I want you to do that. I want you to write the words energy exchange. Now, make 3 bullet points underneath there. First bullet point is a question. This is your homework exercise. 3 questions. How does my energy flow into the outside world? Question 1. This is a homework exercise, so write that down somewhere that this is a homework exercise. Week number 9. How does my energy flow in the outside world? That's question 1. That's bullet 1. Question 2. How does the energy from the outside world come inside of me? Question 2. Right? Second question. Third question. How do I keep balance with the outside world? How do I keep my energy balanced with the outside world? Question 3. So I want you to put these 3 questions in homework. Now, what you can do, there's beautiful tools online. You can always go to ChatGPT. You can put those questions in there. You get fantastic output on this to give you some guidance. If you don't want to do that, just whatever comes to your mind, you can write about this. I'd like you to write a paragraph, at least, your own paragraph. I don't want you to just copy something. I want you to write something that comes from you, but you can use tools to help you, that makes sense to you. And that's your homework assignment for this week. That's one of the homework assignments for this week. So now, let's go back to our presentation here. Just a moment. Okay, we're going to, hold on one second here. Let's see here. Okay, so we've already done this. Now, let me see. We're going to do our stretch exercise now, and then we have another exercise to do for the next section. All right, so here's our 2-minute movement exercise.
I'm so glad you're joining us for a quick movement break. You should aim to integrate movement into your workday at least every 30 minutes of uninterrupted sitting time. Doing so can reduce your risk of weight gain, high blood pressure, and obesity. Let's get started. Begin by standing. Root both feet into the ground. Take a great big inhale and reach both hands high above your head. On your exhale, goalpost the arms and lift the chest, finding a baby back bend. Back bends can quickly boost your energy levels and help to refocus your mind when dealing with stress. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lift the chest and goalpost the arms. Place your hands down by your side. Now bring your right knee up to your chest. Try to balance here as long as you can. Feel the stretch in the back of your leg and lower back. Now slowly bring your foot back behind you and pull it towards your glutes, stretching through the front of your hips. You may want to hold on to something in order to help keep your balance. Let's switch to the other side. Bring your left knee up to your chest. Try to balance here as long as you can. Feel the stretch in the back of your leg and lower back. Now slowly bring your foot back behind you, pull it towards your glutes, stretching through the front of your hips. Bring both feet back together. Next, bend your arms by your side and begin to twist right and left, opening up into your sides and spine. You can leave your arms bent or straighten them out depending on the space you have available. Twisting the spine back and forth can help relieve any tension in the lower back from sitting. Lastly, place your feet about hips distance. Then place your hands onto your hips. Take an inhale and lift the chest up, and exhale, slowly beginning to lower the chest down. As you begin to fold forward, bend the knees to begin lengthening through the hamstrings until your chest touches the tops of your thighs. You can dangle your arms down towards the floor or grab onto your elbows. Stay here to continue lengthening through the spine, or you can sway side to side. Bring the hands back to your hips, and on your next inhale, slowly begin to rise up. Head comes up last. Great work on integrating this quick physical activity break into your busy day. Setting a reminder on your phone or computer can help you remember to fit in regular breaks. Breaks don't have to take up too much of your time and can be effective with just a few short minutes. Low-intensity activities such as standing can be just as beneficial as walking. We encourage you to take a stand against sitting.
Okay, please have a seat again, and please open workbook number 2. So this is just a quick reminder that our goal is to balance all 12 dimensions of our life, right? So you can see what they are. You've seen these before. Please make sure that you are up to date on your numbers every week regarding the self-assessment. If you need help with that, please do let me know. I'll help you and guide you through that. It's very easy to do, but it's also something which you need to do every single week, right? So this is the 12-dimension list here that you can see on the screen. Career, finances, physical health, mental health, family and relationships. Let's do one thing, but just to make sure that we are clear about that, I'd like you to just repeat after me, all right? So just the names in blue, we're gonna repeat it together. So I'm gonna say it one time, I want you to repeat it after me. Dimension 1, career. Repeat it out loud. Dimension 1, career. Dimension 2, finances. Dimension 2, finances. Dimension 3, physical health. Dimension 3, physical health. Dimension 4, mental health. Dimension 4, mental health. Dimension 5, family and relationships. Dimension 5, family and relationships. Dimension 6, social life. Dimension 6, social life. Dimension 7, personal development. Dimension 7, personal development. Dimension 8, spiritual life. Dimension 8, spiritual life. Make sure you say it out loud. Dimension 9, recreation and leisure. Dimension 9, recreation and leisure. Dimension 10, environment. Dimension 10, environment. Dimension 11, contribution to society. Dimension 11, contribution to society. Dimension 12, life vision. Dimension 12, life vision. Very good. And this is, I want you to just, let's look at this diagram. Make sure we're clear about what this diagram means. All 12 dimensions intersect with each other. That's what all the arrows represent here. All these arrows, that means they all flow together. The 12-sided white figure, that's called a dodecagon. It means that dimension 1 intersects with core energy as it intersects with all of its 11 dimensions and with itself. That's true for all 12 of them, meaning it all connects together with core energy. That's the basic idea. This is our central idea in our program. This is our rating. This is just a quick review so you remember how to do this, right? You're rating every single week, but the X represents the number you're giving to yourself. That's a self-assessment. How is that self-assessment done? On a scale of 0 to 10? Quick review. 10 meaning you're at the highest level of that particular dimension. 0 means you are absolutely at the lowest level. That's what that means, right? Okay, so that's also, we've covered it before. Just a very, very quick and fast review here. Please remember that you are putting in workbook number 2, and you can do this actually on the online worksheet, but for week number 9, as with every week, you're putting a number, right? So in workbook number 2, you write 1 through 12. You put one simple sentence from your perspective, a sentence about how to increase each number that you have. So you already had a number from the week number 8. So you will write here as a homework assignment what you need to do, what you think you need to do based on the guidance we're giving and other people's guidance and other generic guidance, how to increase that number, right? That's the general idea. So this is part of your weekly homework assignment, to put these 12, write 1 through 12, and specifically, what are you going to do to try to increase each one? Now, it may be difficult to work on all 12 all at one time. You won't be able to do that. But you keep the rating as it is, and you say, I'm going to work on number 1 and number 4, number 3 and number 9, whatever, that's fine. And you can do it that way also. And this will become more clear in the next phase. After we do the 13-week section, the second part, the second quarter, this will really take off to a new level at that. We're just getting, our foundation set here. But this is how you do this. You keep doing it and it'll become more and more clear. All right. This is just a way to understand our goal. We want to get to 70% level or more at the end of this whole journey in the first year. So people who are at 70% or more can go to the next year, or you have the option of repeating this again for the entire year. So we'll talk about that later on as we go into this further. All right. And we've talked about that already. This is just another way to do this tracking. If you don't like to use the computer to do this, you can do it manually. And this is the manual rating scale here. This is another tracking sheet. You see, so on the online Excel sheet, you'll see a grid similar to this. And you put all the numbers, just plug the numbers in, and you'll get it automatically. It'll calculate everything for you. Okay. All right. So today we're looking at dimension 4 further. So my mental health. What is mental health? So in workbook number 2, put today's date on there. Put your name also. Your name should already be there somewhere. And write this down. Dimension number 4, my mental health. Write that down, please. Okay. And then underneath that, on the right-hand side, write this down: memory and learning. This exact sentence here. So we're going to do a small exercise regarding this today. Memory and learning. So our mental life includes our ability to learn from experiences, form memories, and use these memories to inform our current thoughts and future actions. Write that down, please. Take your time, nice and easy.
Is it on the flashcard?
No. This is in your book. This is in workbook number 2. This is not the flashcard thing is going to be for our next QTP principle. So what you're writing is your name, and then, dimension 4, my mental health. What is mental life? Underneath that, write memory and learning, and write that sentence: our mental life. Our mental life includes our ability to learn from experiences. You can always change the word our to my if you want. You can keep it like that if you want also. It's up to you. My mental life includes my ability to learn. I'll make the change later on. I think that will be better to just use the word my. My mental life includes my ability to learn from experiences, form memories, and use these memories to inform my current thoughts and future actions. So let's change that to my. Remember, our purpose in this program is to keep 100% attention on yourself, total personal responsibility. So always we want to use the word my or I in these exercises as much as possible. If you're done with that, let me know. Okay, ready to go to the next part? Good, okay. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about this. Just stay with me here and we'll do the written exercise as we go along. The first point here is that memory and learning is like a library, as a library. Let's try to understand this. The process of memory and learning can be likened to how a library operates. How many people have been to a library? We all have, right? Learning from experiences is like obtaining new books. Each book represents a new experience or piece of knowledge. Some books are picked casually, others are sought out for a specific purpose. Just understand the concept right now, then we'll do the exercise. Very easy. If you're a teenager, you should be able to understand this. We want to understand what is memory and learning in a simple way. Okay, now forming memories is similar to cataloging and storing these books in the library. The brain, like a librarian, categorizes and stores the information from our experiences in a way that we can access later on. Hope that's easy to understand, right? Very easy. Finally, using these memories to inform our current thoughts and future actions is like referencing the books that we need when we need specific information. Just as we would go to the library and fetch a book on a specific topic when we need it, our brain retrieves memories when they are relevant to our present situation or to plan future action. That should be pretty straightforward. Our brain plans that way, right? Therefore, our brain is like a consistently evolving library, always obtaining new books, learning from experiences, storing and cataloging them, forming memories, and using them for reference as needed, guiding thoughts and actions. Okay, very nice. Now, what I'd like you to do, this should be easy to understand, this point. Okay, hold on one second here. Yes. So, in your workbook number 2, because this is dimension 4 under mental health, I want you to write, just what you wrote, what you see in the screen there, memory and learning as a library. Just write that sentence there. And underneath that, what I'd like you to do is to make a box, like a medium-sized box. Okay? Very good. And this very simple exercise, inside the box, I want you to put my memories. Okay, just my memories. And outside the box, I want you to put 2 words, experience and information. Now take the word experience, from the word experience, make an arrow to the outline of the box. So that the box outline, the box outline you have drawn, that is your experience of life, my experience of life. Right now we're talking about only memory. So inside of us, continuously new memories are coming. Constant recording is going on, right? So inside the box, in parentheses, write 2 words, constant recording. It's like adding a book to the library every second. Just like that. Okay. So you're making this picture. You're using the analogy of the library to understand what is memory. So inside the box, you have my memories, and you have, in parentheses, constant recording. Outside the box, you have experience and information. All right, very good. Now what? Now, underneath the box, I want you to make 2 bullet points. Say good experiences and bad experiences. Make it real simple, like if you were in 2nd or 3rd grade. Good experiences and bad experiences. Don't make it real simple. Okay. And then make a line underneath those 2 bullet points. And then write underneath there the following sentence. I can choose my experiences. Make a period after the sentence. I can choose my experiences. Underneath that sentence, I'll tell you what to write. I can choose my experiences. Underneath that sentence, make another bullet point and write the following question. What do I want inside my memories? What do I want inside my mind? So what do I want inside my mind? And then make a parenthesis where I put the word memories after that. What do I want inside my mind? Right? I hope that's clear. Very simple. Now, as a homework exercise, that question you just wrote, I want you to write 1 paragraph on that to answer that question for yourself. So write that in there. So I want you to just take a quick look at what you wrote so far about this whole memory question. Just read through what you've written so far in the diagram, simple diagram you made, the box. Take a look at it. The decision you're going to make, the question you're going to answer this week is a homework. What do I want in my memories? It's a very interesting question. I'll talk about it just for a moment here. If you're a student, you want to have the things that you're studying, your subjects, you want that in your memories. Do you want other things that you shouldn't have in there? It's a question to ask, right? You got to ask yourself this question. What do I want? Not what somebody else thinks what I should have. That's a different matter. That's okay. What do I need? What do I want inside my memories that's going to come through my experiences? The information is outside. There's all kinds of stuff outside that box. What do I want to bring inside? It's my choice. All right. That's your homework. So write that on that sheet of paper somewhere, homework, week 9 homework. This is your 2nd homework assignment. 3rd, actually, including the numbers for the 12 dimensions. Okay, so just a moment here. If we're ready to move on from this, very simple thing here. This was dimension number 4 that we are examining further today. We'll do dimension 5 next time. All right, now, I want you to take a blank 3x5 card that you have. This is principle number 9. That is wholeness. And I want you to write this principle. I'm going to read it out here, and you're going to do the same thing that you've been doing every week. Write this down on the card. Put principle number 9 - wholeness. Wholeness means looking at all parts of a person's life. You can say my life. You can change the word person. I'm going to make some modifications to these slides. But you can write it if you want, but it's better to use the word my. Wholeness means looking at all parts of my life as linked together. My body, my feelings, my thoughts, and my spirit. You can put my after each of those words. Always use the word I and mine as much as possible. That brings responsibility. It's not about increasing your ego in a negative way. It's about responsibility. I am responsible. I am the one in charge of my energy, my life. Wholeness means looking at all parts of my life as linked together. My body, my feelings, my thoughts, and my spirit. is the idea for me to be truly healthy and grow as a person. I will make the change in my modification with this. So it's the idea that for me to be a truly healthy and grow as a person, I need to have balance and harmony across these different parts of my life. The principle is wholeness. Now you can always, if you don't like this particular definition, you can look up something else that might work for you. That's fine too. And we will provide alternatives to this as we develop this program further. But right now, write this down as a starting point. And this is good. I think this is probably good enough, really. So I'm going to go through this a bit here after you're done writing. Make sure the sentence you've written is just one sentence. It makes sense to you, that you like what you've written. It's pretty easy. Nothing complicated about it at all. Very easy to write. Okay, very good. So wholeness means looking at all the parts linked together, as linked together. That's what wholeness means. That's its meaning. Body, feelings, thoughts, spirit, right? For us to be truly healthy and to grow, we need to have them all in balance and harmony, which is our basic idea. We've been talking about that all the way through. So you're going to write, you wrote that down. Your homework assignment for that is to do two things, is to read this every day before a meal. Keep that card with you, by yourself, with you, and just read it. You have to just read it one time and then have your meal. And then in workbook number 1, you go back to workbook number 1, and then you're going to put sentence completion exercise for principle number 9, and you've got 5 points there. Write these 5 down, and you're going to do a sentence completion exercise for your homework. This is workbook 1, sentence completion. So you can say sentence completion : principle number 9, something like that. You can put. That's fine. There's 5 points here for wholeness. Very, very simple sentence completion. You don't have to complete these right now. You do it later on. Just write these 5 down. To me, balance in my physical health means blank. And you can write more. You can continue the sentence and make a whole paragraph. You can make a picture. You can do anything you want to do with that. That's fine. Minimum, you should complete the sentence. If you're a student, you can always make this into some kind of a project for a school class. There's lots of projects that are required for students to do. You can do it nicely with all these exercises as a starting point. Harmony in my emotional life can be achieved when blank. I can improve my mental health, mental well-being by blank. And remember, this is about you, right? It's not just generic statements. That's why the words me and I and mine are used in these sentences. I can improve my mental well-being by. This is our personal responsibility to work on these questions. That's how we can reach transformation. My spiritual well-being is enhanced when. Whatever the word spiritual means to you. If you're not a spiritual person, you can just cancel that word out and say, my well-being is enhanced when. If you don't like the word spiritual. But I think most people like it, so it'll keep it in there. And the 5th point, overall, achieving wholeness in my life would look like. That's a big one. That's a very important question. Very nice question. Take your time with writing this. You are the one responsible for you. Sachin is responsible for Sachin. Nobody can take responsibility for us. total personal responsibility. This is one of our key themes in Angel Wing. We don't shirk the responsibility on somebody else. We have to own up to our responsibility to reach this state of wholeness. Very nice. If you're done, we will continue forward here. You already have this card, the central concept. You are requested to read this one time every day. I'm going to read it again right now, just as a reminder of what the concept is. It's a jam-packed idea. Our entire program, the multi-year program, starting 13 weeks at a time and all the way up towards the highest of excellence and self-mastery and all that, those higher stages are all in this also, and our beginning stages in this also. I'm going to read this again. So let's do it together. I'll read a part. I'll read and then you repeat after me. All right, so here we go. Central concept of personal transformation. Say it out loud. Central concept of personal transformation. The human mind, with its intricate workings and endless complexities, is a fascinating phenomena that requires a substantial amount of energy to function. Now let's do it together. The human mind, with its intricate workings and endless complexities, is a fascinating phenomena that requires a substantial amount of energy to function. Okay, now I'll say this next sentence, and then you can repeat after me. However, this energy can be drained by personal conflicts that arise both within and outside of ourselves. Now let's do it together. However, this energy can be drained by personal conflicts that arise both within and outside of ourselves. Here's the next line. I'll say it, and then we'll repeat together. When we take steps to reduce and eventually eliminate the unnecessary dissipation of our inner energy, we can experience an extraordinary revitalization and conservation of our life force. That's a huge sentence, but it's all right. We'll do it together. Here we go. When we take steps to reduce and eventually eliminate the unnecessary dissipation of our inner energy, we can experience an extraordinary revitalization and conservation of our life force. Okay, next sentence, same thing. I'll say it, then you repeat after, then we do it together. This revitalized energy can then permeate every aspect, the 12 dimensions of our lives, unobstructed and without disturbance, leading to a powerful foundation upon which limitless possibilities become available and realizable. Again, a mouthful, massive idea. Let's read it together. Here we go. This revitalized energy can then permeate every aspect, the 12 dimensions of our lives, unobstructed and without disturbance, leading to a powerful foundation upon which limitless possibilities become available and realizable. And repeat after me, the Angel Wing LLC, the Angel Wing LLC. This is our central concept for this program. All right, now, time to put money in the vitamin M envelope. So whatever cash you've decided, maybe it's $10, $5, $20, $100, $1,000, it's up to you. You put what you want in there, but you're not to take anything out of that. It's to teach kids, adolescents, and adults the importance of saving, the realizing that money is to be used as a vitamin. The concept is written in a fantastic book called Vitamin M for Body, Mind, and Soul by an author here in Delaware. We'll be having him as a guest lecture to explain this in a lot of detail. But before we do that, right now, we're just getting this process started. Now, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to see how much money you got in there right now. Take a look and see how much is in there. And I want you to do something. I want you to take it out. Take it out and lay it out on top of that envelope. You know, just look at it physically. Maybe it's a check you have, maybe it's money. Preferably to put cash is better rather than putting checks, but you can put checks if you want. And just look at it. And maybe, let's say you have, for example, $100 in there. Or maybe if this is week 9, right? So maybe if you put $10 a week, you should have $90 in there. If you put $10 a week. So whatever you have, look at it. Just look at it and see. Ask yourself, what is this? What is it actually? Is it just a piece of paper? What can it buy? How can this be used as a vitamin? How can you use, let's say, 10% of it, like $10? How can that, how far can $10 go? What can it do to energize? Those ideas are going to be presented later on. Right now, I just want you to see it. I want you to lay it out. Take a couple of deep breaths with it. See that it's a form of energy. Have respect towards it. With respectful vision, look at it and then put it back in the envelope. And we are on time today, which is great. We're exactly at 1 hour. Okay. So this is our never give up closing meditation, and then we'll have our Q&A session after this.
It's up to me to see who I can be. Make a dream reality. I'm never giving up. I'm never giving up.
Okay, that concludes our presentation and online workshop for week number 9. Thank you, Dr. Chaitanya Kripalu, for engaging in this trial run. I'm stopping the recording here, and I'll be sending this to Miss Devi and anybody else in the future if they want to do the trial run.